Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United, excuse me. And the games are coming thick and fast again. It's a busy time of the year. Leeds play again on Saturday afternoon, so it's 3 p.m. kickoff at the MKM Stadium. Hull City is the opposition. Hull is the destination. The MKM Stadium is the venue. 3 p.m. Saturday, the 4th of January 2025. It's the first away trip of the new year, and we're going to have a look at it in this video here now. So, Leeds obviously played Wednesday, New Year's Day. The games just seem to tick fast quickly, don't they? It's already Thursday evening. So, yeah, here are the previews. So, I don't really know, in terms of team news, what Daniel's going to do for this game, to be absolutely honest. Might rotate again. I know he made 4 changes for the draw with Blackburn Rovers yesterday. So maybe we'll see 1 or 2 other changes as well. I feel like it was a bit of a laboured performance from Leeds, definitely on Ellen Road yesterday. And it was unforgivable, really, to concede such a sloppy goal to concede from that corner, pretty much right after we'd scored that penalty. You'd have fancied us really to close that game out, but unfortunately Blackburn, from our point of view, came back and drew the game. So a draw, we're still 3 points clear at the top of the league. Obviously Sheffield United lost to Sunderland, so that was a big win for Sunderland there, absolutely huge. So it puts them back in the mixer, basically, doesn't it? So for me, it's a kind of a 4-horse race at this moment in time. There's obviously quite a long way to go, and the table doesn't really matter so much at this moment in time, although you do think that this is kind of how the table is going to look. We could have gone 5 clear, really, and it is frustrating, but there's plenty of time to go, and I think we will be there or thereabouts come the end of the season, hopefully above that top 2 line. So yeah, Hull is a destination on Saturday. So let's talk a little bit about Hull City. Obviously, Hull City changed the manager recently. I cannot remember the man in charge who started the season. It was a German man, wasn't it? Didn't do very well. Hull are currently in the relegation zone in 22nd place? I think they are, on 22 points. We're currently 30 points ahead of them at the top of the table. I think they're a point adrift of safety. They have upturn in form slightly. A narrow defeat last time out on New Year's Day against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough scored a stoppage time winner in that game. It would have been a very, very useful point for Ruben Selles and his team. He's come in. He's played 6 games. I think he's won 2. I think he's won 2, lost 3, and drawn 1. So it's a better return from how they were going beforehand. And Ruben Selles, who was doing a decent job with Reading, who are now in the playoff positions, aren't they, in League One. He left that position. Now it's Noel Hunt in charge of Reading, former Leeds man Noel Hunt in charge there. Ruben Selles goes to Hull City. Yeah, it seems to have looked a little bit of upturn in form for them, and they've got 1 or 2 players that can hurt us. I know the home form isn't really smashing at all. In fact, it's worse than the away form in terms of wins. They have collected the same amount of points at home as they have away. 11 each, home and away, makes 22 points overall. So yeah, it's not been a good season for Hull. I think many after last season. I think they had a good season last time under Liam Rosenior. And he obviously went to pastures new and is managing. I think he's still managing in France, isn't he? So I don't know whether that was a mutual decision or what, but it seems like a bad decision, really. Because you look down the team, it's quite a useful Championship side, really. The top scorer, João Pedro, of course, is a former Italian international player. He's quite a useful player on his day. He's got 4 goals so far this season. The big man up top as well. Is it uh, Bidden? Bidden? I can't remember his name. Big lad up top. He causes issues at Ellen Road earlier on this season. I remember Rodon couldn't quite handle him. So there's 1 or 2 players here that can cause us issues. Obviously, the skipper, Louis Coyle, former Leeds United man, of course, played for Hull for many years now. And you'd fancy Leeds to win this game, wouldn't you, really? But I think Hull looking at it, last five, little bit of an upturn in form. Well, three defeats and two wins, but like I said, it was a narrow defeat to Borough. So yeah, I think they can go in a little bit buoyant from that performance, maybe not the result that they wanted, but they'll definitely be up for this game. It's a little bit of a derby game with Leeds United. Obviously, Leeds rolling into town. It's always going to be always going to be one that fans and the players always turn up for, and that's why we've struggled of late away from home. Obviously, over the Christmas period, we have addressed that a little bit with two away wins on the bounce against Stoke and Derby. Hopefully, this will make it a hat trick. I think it will. I think we will get the win. I think we should do, obviously. But yeah, it's been a hectic few weeks. The Christmas period always is, and disappointing not to win that game yesterday. Really, after going up, one up so late on in the game, especially at home. But these things happen. You've got to dust yourself down and get on with it. And I think Leeds United will. I think Leeds United will come back stronger against Hull, and I think we've got. I haven't actually looked at the record, to be fair, but I think we've got a decent record at Hull. Obviously, last season's game was a nil-nil draw fairly early on in the season. I think it was September time, wasn't it? Joe Roden got his marching orders pretty quickly, really. So yeah, and then it was a massive, massive miss from I don't know who it was, the lad, the whole lad right at the end of the game, absolutely just absolute howler, wasn't it? It was just an awful miss, just completely like right in front of the goal, and somehow he put it wide. Crazy. I remember when we destroyed them when we went up 4-0. Um, at the MKM. So yeah, look, I think yeah, I think we've done okay generally there, and I think we should. Well, on paper, obviously we should win, but football is not played on paper. Ruben Seles, obviously a fairly new manager now, into the team. They're buoyant from his appointment, and yeah, so it'll be difficult as they always are these away games. But you fancy Leeds if they can click into gear to really put the squeeze on Hull and potentially put a few past them. But let's wait and see. Give me your thoughts on it in the comments there below. Any Hull fans as well, how much you're looking forward to this one. Leeds United in town. Are you going on Saturday? And how do you fancy yourselves to relegation? It's very close down there now. Just a point adrift, like I said. With the players that you do have, it's quite a decent championship outfit, really. They've got likes of Casey Palmer there as well. It's not a bad little team, really, but obviously something's gone wrong. Was it Walter? Tim Walter, was it? He was really the wrong appointment for what it was, and yeah, in the end, let's see if you can get out. There's plenty of time to do it. A little bit of upturn in form. Let's wait and see what happens. But I fancy, obviously, Leeds in this one. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments there below. Thank you very much for watching. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.